Funny. But we're going to be going into the match regardless, so welcome everyone. This is FM versus Xenex. We're into the last map of the night, actually, which is quite strange. This has gone very, very quickly. We've only had 2 best of 2s, and this is going to be on the Mirage. So winner of this, well, it depends, obviously. If FM win this, they are going to be taking a 2-0, and they're going to be securing themselves 3 points in the league.
And top of the board.
And top of the board. But if Xenex win it, it's going to be 1-1, and we are going to see 1 point go to each team, and 100 quid in the bank as well, which is a nice little cash sum for the rest of them.
Yeah. Pay for their takeaway fit. Mood. Mood? Food. I combine meal and food.
I do that too much.
Mood. It doesn't really work. Well, I suppose what they're feeling. But either way, yeah, they can get their dinner off that one. Wait, where's my food? I want to get 100 quid so I can buy some food. I think I eat enough already. Just been snacking all day on the trains. But yeah, we are going to be going into this one shortly. Of course, FM. Well, I don't think this is going to help Xenex anymore, as we have already seen FM get themselves this CT side. They will invest in the kit and the smoke, just in case there is any Molotov play. That's normally why you have the smoke for the late stage, or if you want to go for a ninja defuse. On the other side, Jakey has himself a Tech 9, and of course we have a little bit of utility onto Peggy as well, but, well, pretty sure this is going to be a split.
Mage almost doing some good damage, so Pulse is going to be able to kick it off with a kill regardless. Does follow up with a second as well. Trade comes out eventually from Shane. I mean, still a lot of damage, and we still have Neil towards the back of the site. How is Peggy not taking him down? He finally will do so, but it's going to be a 2 versus 3, and FM, they have a lot of control here. Bombs dropped in their favour. Xenex don't really have it under their hands, and Peggy, he's going to be stuck with Shane to try and pull this one back.
Yeah, the bomb being down is just the worst case scenario, really, because 2 players over towards CT, they both have vision on that bomb if needed. Really, it just has to be some clean headshots. The smoke will help them out a little bit, but I don't think that smoke was particularly good. I wonder if they actually still have vision over towards the bomb. They do, so that smoke was absolutely useless in actually stopping the visibility of these CT players, as you can see from Jenko's headshot, and that leaves just 1 man left. Shaney. He's got a player over towards short that's going to be looking towards him as well. Windansky now knows exactly where he is, so any sneaky beaky plays coming out from Shaney will be stopped, and Robin with the headshot as well.
Yep, nice round on the board for FM. They are going to kick it off. Not like they need any more help as well, which is one thing to at least note. They are, you know, one map up already. So that is going to be a nice start for them. And Xenex going for this force off and not getting the bomb down as well. So they do go for some Tech 9 and some armor. A couple of nades as well to work with. And they will just be going fast in towards the B site. FM going to be stuck with a triple quad SMG buy with a Mag 7. This is not typical, but it's very
This
spicy.
is literal, the definition of no respect. This is, there's no other way you can define it other than this. Because you always buy a rifle just as a security factor. But here we go, Neil's, well, there you go. This is why he's already found himself 2. Windansky will grab another, and this is just money making to the max for this CT side. They're not going to invest in any rifles. They know in the next round, unless Shaney can do something insane, which he can't. Well, they're just going to have pistols once again. So, nice round coming out. Very, very risky, but they managed to make it work anyway.
Yep, 1 kill. And
But Neil's going to buy up another mag. Why not?
Nothing too scary for the FM side indeed. So Xenex going to be walking into a death trap this one, not investing a single dollar. They've just got their defaults here. And we can see Jenko pushing up to take this fight, although these clocks are terrible. 5 of them may do something, or maybe not. I take that back. It's going to be a complete massacre.
He actually gets dinked by the first player as well. That's the worst thing about that. So he was on about 20, 30 HP when he started that. I am actually intrigued to see how many weapons they will force up. Now, they've got the AWP onto Jenko. Really? I know there's... We like to call this a bonus round. Okay, we get 1 extra rifle. Windansky decides that maybe the triple SMG Mag 7 buy going into the buy round is a little bit too risky. Jenko, got to be a little bit careful. They are actually going to smoke him off, which I think is probably the smart decision. Get a little bit closer with these AK-47s, not over-challenge. Robin is actually going to be dropped, however, so not a bad start to the round for the T side. You have to remember this is a bonus round. There should be a buy coming up no matter what for the next for FM.
Pulse, bit of aggression, does catch out JT, but they exchange damage either way. Xenex are going to be splitting into this A site. They have the control over towards the underpass, and they are going to be turning it into mid-control, pushing into the connector now. And they will take a lot of A site as well, but there is still a player deep in apartments, and it will be Pulse, obviously, to try and stop them from getting this bomb down. He's not even going to commit to anything here. They just gain the site in a 5v4, which is really good for them, despite not having any utility for the most part. We are going to see these kills go very heavily in their favour. Neil has to come back in with this one with a mag 7, does 90 damage, finally follows up with a second shot as well, but there's still one more towards this stairs, and I doubt he'll check this high up angle. Dancy though, not even going to take the fight as we see the back off and the save come through here for the FM team. Peggy just spotting out when Dansky on the exit. He should be able to save. Oh, this is brave.
Yeah, the spot. Neil's going to carry on going. Actually finds another in the meantime. Dansky, there's no chance of him defusing this bomb at this point, so it's not like he's going to go for a crazy ninja. Maybe seconds before, but it's being held. Oh no. Niels adds 2 more kills. This is going to hurt the T's economy so much, and we already know that the CTs are coming back with a buy, so the fact that this has just happened, I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, that is a really good start, at least, to damage the economy despite losing the round, and you can see it's impacting Xenex a little bit in terms of these Galils, and no AWP into this one just yet. And Robin, I like this change of pace. He's going to push into the underpass, maybe able to catch out Jakey. He will. That's the first kill. The issue is now, if Xenex had some heavy mid control, Robin's going to struggle to back out of this underpass. But luckily for him, he has a bit of CT support. Maybe he doesn't. Shaney takes him down. The nade dunks right onto the face of Shaney, but he's going to be able to follow up nonetheless. That's 2 kills in the bag, and now 4 versus 3 going to be in favour of the Xenex side. Jenko attempts to trade, but he's not going to be able to as the smoke holds his position off, and Xenex, they can just fall back and wait for FM to get aggressive to try and trade.
Yeah, that was a problematic situation that Robin was caught in, and well, when Dansky going down as well is not going to help them out anymore. Look at the B-site presence. Well, look at the lack of it, I suppose. Nobody currently over towards B-site. Neil is the closest to the action in the ladder room, and well, looking at the position of the bomb, there's still the potential that they could go in that direction. It does look like Neil is going to change his mind, but after the flash comes in onto the A site, well, there's another one for the CTs to add to their collection. There's only one more player on A, but it does seem like this fake is working wonderfully. JT, he's going to grab one, pull the rotation over, and now they should be able to push onto this site relatively easily. The only real problem that they have is the fact that Shaney only has 6 HP. They've
already realised it though. Neil Zeno is already forward short before the bomb goes down. It is eventually going to be planted. But Shaney, despite being low HP, is going to back off safely into the apartments. That's a great post plant because only his head will be exposed. But what? Maybe his full body as well. Pulse takes a kill, and now it's all on Peggy. Takes a 1, but he's still going to have to find Neil if he wants to clutch this one out. Time is ticking. He pops out a flash. Neil working around the angle, and he's going to get it as well. FM, they pick up a 4th round on the board. Xenex invest everything they had into that one as well, and at least the bomb plant will be something in their favour. But that is going to be a really, really dire round for them indeed, as that is, of course, a reset, so their money not looking good at all.
Yeah, this is not really the position that they wanted to be in going into this round. We will see JT force up a little bit because he had some spare cash, and they will buy some pistols behind what they already have. We know that they'll get 1900. Going into the next round, of course, a bomb plant would work wonders. Look at this spot. And Jenko finds the first through the smoke. Looking for a little bit more. They're all going to come lining up, but he doesn't manage to connect. Luckily, he has support. He's doing so much damage, but not quite able to find frags. JT will find one with that Tech 9, and actually he gets a second, so that's not bad considering the limited investment they had. Xenex at least doing some damage. The AWP will be retrieved, so no real problems for FM just yet. And they will have a full buy, of course, coming back up on both teams.
Yeah, good stuff, but what a clean-up there from FN. Great work from Jenko and obviously from Pulse as well on the connector, and let's see if Xenex can bring something to the table on this buy round. They have the utility to do so. Nothing is really limiting them aside from the fact that they don't have an AWP on their hand. The Galil's not going to be too much of a deficit on JQ, but see Jenko's already peeking into his connector. The Molotov, not burning him down on that upper position. He actually gets a leg shot onto JT. At least for Xenex's sake, it wasn't the kill, but they will be smoking out the A site. JT's basically role is to try and push him through the connector here to try and split and catch some of these CTs, but he's not going to be able to do so as he is very, very low. Has to back off and finally late push in, but they're going to be expecting him here as this is very clearly an A-side take. What are they doing? Peggy, he catches out one. Jenko goes down as well. What are FM doing? The smokes are down. They can peek onto the site, but they just don't seem to take these fights. Shaney gets dropped as well. It's all on Robin, the Swedish star for the FM side. He has to step up massively, gets himself one, tries to follow up, but Dancy going to return. And Xenex, they find themselves 2 rounds on the board.
mistakes were made. Both players looking in the wrong direction, and well, Peggy's going to capitalize. That's exactly what they needed to do. The CT's still going to go for an investment here, but it's a pretty limited one themselves. They've got Pulse onto just the CZ and a scout coming up for Genko as well. So it's not the worst case scenario, but it's not great. Looking like they may just try and go for a little bit of aggression. Not really going for too much. The scout going to be attempting to tag away. Genko not able to find anything. Well, this seems to be the story of Xenex's game at the moment. They are just playing very, very aggressive towards mid. They want this control as much as possible to use it to split. But in the last round, at least, they played it quite cleverly. They rotated back towards A, and because they'd shown so many players over towards mid, I think that's what ultimately baited out the CTs to look in that direction.
But let's see what they can do this time. They do have the AWP to at least try and get themselves a pick, although it has been unsuccessful apart from that tag onto Genko. They are going to force themselves inside a connector. That's Peggy as well. Bit of support from Shaney, but nothing too massive, and I think they are going to be aware of a short amount of time, especially with that Molotov thrown out as well. Counter flash goes in, Peggy's going to be blinded, but he's just a distraction here. He's just a player to try and force a rotation or keep these players on the site, or even go down just to slow down the retake time here, because you can see the rest of Xenex going to be setting up outside of this B site. We have Shaney pushing short with the AWP. He could find a pick if he went into ladder room, but nothing's going to present itself towards the B site. The tag, though, that's going to be huge. He's down to 30 with the AWP. At least he has his teammates to try and support him as they start this Zaps push. 30 seconds left. They have to get this bomb down with Dansky's on bench, and they haven't cleared it. He gets himself one. He doesn't follow up, though. JT finds him, and Neil going to be able to drop the connector player as Peggy gets shot in the face. It's down to a 3v3, and the retake is already on Robin with a very fast push right in.
Yeah, Robin's going all the way, and he catches the short player. This limits the defense that the T's can put out. JT needs to grab one at least, but that's not going to be enough, I don't think. Dancy, he's the last one left alive, and a rifle been picked up, but he will still grab a kill, but there comes the push. Neil in from behind will close out this round. This seems to be the man to watch, really, in these sort of rounds. He's always the last one left alive and always there to finish off this defusal. Now, T's may actually be able to bring something into the next round. It's going to be a bit questionable because of a couple of players, but I'm almost certain they'll force, especially after dropping so many players on the CT side.
Neil has just been doing phenomenal, though, on both these maps, having so many key impact frags. And I mean, that's, again, one of the reasons that FM are really leading this one. Robin as well on that CT side. He is obviously Swedish, so, you know, he's got it in his blood, but he has been doing very well alongside the genetic advantage that he does have in being Swedish. But Xenex, they are going to be on the force up this time. They have a couple of Tech 9s. Jakey, this is the second time he's got caught up. Peggy, although, gets a refrag. He's down to 4 HP, but still, that was a very, very close kill in the way of Robin almost. As you can see, at least it was refragged, but
it was both times, actually. He has been caught once he tries to get out at the end. This time, of course, doing a lot more damage to a second player.
Oh,
but
no.
Really, the rifles should be able to swap out.
3 HP? Oh, that was so close. It landed by the edge. That could have been a kill.
It's not quite enough.
Why is Peggy entering? That's all I question. Maybe a meat
push.
shield.
Yeah, and actually, really, he should have chucked the rifle over to someone else in my eyes, but he doesn't. Oh, this gap from Genko, that's going to be perfect to find one more. And not only the Tech 9 players remain, JT will be able to dunk another out of the round, and maybe a bomb plant could at least help them a little bit. But you have to remember, they're only going to get 1,900 going into this next round. Genko, well, that's it, done. Bomb dropped. Really, there shouldn't be any hope. The only real hope is the fact that Genko is so low on HP. Actually, Shaney's going to be able to get round close to him. He's just hiding in the corner. We'll be able to give away the fact that the bomb has been picked up. If he goes down here, Shaney has a good opportunity actually to rotate all the way back towards the B site. He can just bait out. He can basically play the time, but the only problem is Niels will know. Niels will have known that he shouldn't have been able to cross in that position.
You said it was done for Shaney, but it most definitely isn't just yet. He's going to be making his way to the site. The issue is, if he commits to a default plant here, if Neil speeds up, he may be able to catch it, although sneaking very slowly. He will finally hear that bomb go down. Shaney just has to play this one right. He doesn't know where he's coming from. That's the only issue. And Neil coming from the last place he'd expect, to be honest. He's going to jump himself up on the box. Shaney goes to the fight, but Neil going to get a tag off. Instead, he's still not damaged at all. But Shaney, he only needs a few bullets. Neil, though, he gets a kill, and that will be the clutch. Still going the way of FM.
Is that the third time now that he's been the last one left alive? The only player in the server.
11 and 3 right now. That is huge.
Okay, so after getting 4 kills again, do you force as Xenex? I think it looks like they may just go for a little bit.
Quasi, I guess. What? Can you show me the scoreboard? Quasi. Buy up next round. They'll have a buy regardless. They could invest even more into this one, to be honest, because they're going to have 2,400, so I mean, that's assuming they get a bomb down, but at least they'll have 2400 regardless. Still,
Well, even adding that in, like, even if you added 2K to them, they'd be absolutely fine.
yeah,
If you're not buying an AWP, of course.
maybe they just don't have the confidence ready to go for that one. They want a bigger buy. They want it bigger and better, stronger.
But it's what? So 4,900 gets you an AK and all of the nades. So other than that, anything else can be invested down. Of course, Shaney. Well, I imagine he's going to be buying up the AWP, so that's fine that he has the extra cash, and they will actually fully invest with a little bit of spare. Nothing too crazy, but you think, maybe they could have gone for some Kevlar. They get a kill, it's worth it. But that's a win the pass. It doesn't matter at this point. Robin is actually only going to be on an Now, you have to remember, FM, they've been losing a hell of a lot of players across these rounds, so their economy is not good by any stretch. The only thing that is starting to get a little bit worrying is the fact that the scoreline is 8-2.
Oh my god, Jenko. You make me moist. He takes Jakey down straight away there. Pulse is going to be able to peek out from connected to follow up as Peggy. He's just blindsided. He has no idea what went on. It's going to be a 5 against 3. Xenex, I mean, after that, I imagine the tilt is very, very strong.
Oh, late shot. I'm a little bit higher next time, Jenko. Either way, that is only going to be 1. Shaney, well, he saved up for this up. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got 5 players to find. Minute to try and save it if he wants to even try that. And he has Toasty Toes at the moment.
Toasty Toes. Is that another book or is that an album? Sounds like a really cool rap album. Toasty Toes.
Toasty Toes, dropping fire since day 1.
But Shaney's probably going to be cordoned off in a second as Pulse is getting ready to peek up on this stairs. He's going to expose himself, but he still gets the shot off. That's going to be the flick. I almost combined flick with shot, and that could have gone very badly. But Shaney's going to be pushing himself out of this palisade. Flash going in the way. He's going to have 2 players to deal with here. 30 seconds remaining. The nade's raining in. He's down to 39. And the flank is coming out as well. That is going to be Neil as per usual. So you can already feel that he's probably not going to be doing too much in this one.
We got a pause coming.
I do agree.
Oh, definitely. Maybe even a little bit earlier. I think because the rounds are so close, that's why they were sort of hoping that maybe they could pull it off. I have actually noticed that we've gone past the joke where we can say 007 because Jakey is 0010.
Oh my god.
That's something that just didn't even come into my mind at this point, but that is not the type of showing that we were sort of hoping for from Xenex if they're going to be able to turn this one around. He's joined the Secret Service, he's left, and well, he's actually been removed.
He's replaced Bond. He's gone that far. We're like 3 movies ahead of time.
Well, that's not how the movies work.
Sure.
They don't just add a number. He doesn't be like
They
otherwise we'd
don't.
be like 0040 by now.
Well, that wouldn't work. We'd be 041. Or 040, sorry, not 41. We'd be 0040. That doesn't make sense.
But then it doesn't sound as good, does it? At least if you say 0040, it sounds better than 040. It just doesn't sound right.
Give up.
Never.
Oh, I'm right.
Well, I love James Bond too much.
Ah, Xenex though.
Wait, Neil's only died 3 times.
Yeah, I know. You got to feel for Xenex in this situation. They really are just getting pounded.
I've got a strategy for them.
Yeah.
Right. First kill is on Neil. Then you win the round.
Well, you say that Pulse has got more kills.
Yeah, but every single time, like he gets a couple of kills, and then it goes down to a 2 versus 1, and Neil wins,
clutches.
or just a 1v1 or whatever. He just every single time he's the last one. I'm like, maybe he's baiting. Maybe that's it. He's just waiting for them to die. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just, well, he always seems to be on the other side. A lot of A takes coming in. Either way, it is currently 9-2.
Yeah. So I mean, what? Aside from the jokes on Kill Neil in game, which I feel like may not even be jokes at this point, may be real, what do you think that they can even do to bring it back into the match?
Get Jakey a new mouse.
Okay. Well, how are they going to buy a new mouse? How are they going to buy a new mouse?
They should have spares.
They're not winning a map to secure themselves £100.
Is that how it works? Like, please, guys, if you just donate £1 a month, we can get Jakey a new mouse so he can hit headshots. Is that what it's going to be?
No.
Just people,
okay,
him just crying.
We're
just
going back. you trigger me, dude. We're going back into the game regardless.
That's why I do this job.
Yeah, just to trigger me.
Any co-caster I have.
That's why you hire me, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why I beg.
I'm not gonna last long. You go through co-casters quite quickly.
I've had one. That was just mean. Rip.
But the nade.
Oh, Neil, is he finally gonna die?
No.
No, he's not. No, he's not. They can't do it. Oh no.
Not
No. Oh, it's
How
so
can you
close.
not hear that?
It's so close.
Darcy,
Darcy, please kill him. No, he still gets the kill. Neil is going to survive. Peggy at least. Is it just me or does Peggy sound like someone's grandma?
Yeah, I do agree with the
Or maybe aunt. It sounds better if you go like.
No.
Have you seen Great Aunt Peggy?
Well, great aunt is still someone's grandma because great aunt is the same generation as grandma.
All right.
Right.
All right. Stop ruining my English. Go
Yeah.
learn some maths.
Yeah, I'll go learn some. Our producer's such a meme king. Well, regardless, we're going to see Xenex push
Should
very
get mic'd
fast.
up.
Yeah, he's getting mic'd up so he can speak to the stream. That'd be way better. We are going to see Xenex push very fast up towards short. I like this change of pace though.
Peggy.
They are going to find themselves a quick kill. Peggy showing up. JT does get refragged. And Neil, how do they not know he's there? JT just spotted him. That's going to be another death without a kill still. As we finally see the B-site control actually
Still
under the way of
alive.
Xenex. Yeah, they still haven't cleared him out. They don't
He's
know where
dead.
he is. He finally goes down. Maybe the round will be won by the old grandma Peggy. But the nade! She has to run.
She.
Down to 3 HP. He's on form for the ace right now. Pulse is also tagged up, so it's definitely not out of the question here for him to clutch it out. And he does have an HG as well, which
doesn't know,
could put Pulse down to death.
Words are difficult.
The words are difficult.
Peggy, 3 HP. Oh, I believe.
I want to see it.
Going to be pushing all the way around. Has quite a lot of time. The only problem is Pulse's position is quite a good one. That if he runs, may actually hear this. And well, with 30 seconds left. Yeah, with Dansky not happy about that nade.
Yeah, did that nade just not work or something?
But it didn't actually go too close to it in the
No,
end.
he ran away in
Dodged
time.
it.
But
Neo.
still.
Oh, he's played it perfectly. Absolutely perfect. Going to be able to plant this wherever he wants. The only problem is he'll have to clear quite a few angles before he can actually go for this. But it's not going to be the best plant in the world. But it does give him avenues to hide. And that's going to be the best thing overall. Oh, is he going to take the challenge?
Oh no, he's pushing
This
in
is
towards the
ballsy.
CT spawn.
This is ballsy. Oh, he's actually gone through. Pulse has got past him. Doesn't actually know. Oh, this could work out so well. It's all about mind games at this stage. It doesn't even matter.
But
Both players low.
Peggy's
Both of them
picked
have
up a
them.
Molotov.
Most of them have. Well, did. Pulse has just thrown another one. Seems like he's guessed right, and there we go. Peggy wins the round, and I called it. Kill Neo, win the round.
At Peggy CSGO, guys, you can see on his knife. I wouldn't even feel
knife.
bad to give him some advertising there after that. Phenomenal ace there, and the clutch comes in as well. Xenex, they pick up a third round on the board, and that is going to be at least some consolation to a really, really dire match here for the Xenex side. We have a double AWP now from FM. This is how you do it. Lose a round you really shouldn't have lost, and then just pull it back in with a double AWP just to really tilt them up. Stir them, shake him, you know, get the full martini move in. Jenko, he's going to be Molotov'd out of that connector area there as he has to back off straight away, but Xenex taking some very fast mid-control here. We have Robin positioned over towards that middle area in the window who could at least, oh sorry, underpass,
wow.
could do some good damage.
I've
Actually
just
peeks
realised
out.
that's
Oh, Shaney goes down, and another. They have obviously
wait,
an issue with
go on.
communication.
Jakey's so close to getting his first kill. There we go. He was on 2 ADR before this round. I just want to point that out. 2 ADR, that's horrific. But he will get a kill. It's going to be him in the 2 versus... Well, I'll make that 2 versus 1. This would be an incredible way to start off your frag movie, but it's not going to happen. Windansky will finish him off, and it's gone up to 9. He's gone from 2 ADR to 9 ADR
That's
in one round.
impressive
That is really impressive. That's timesing it by at least 4.5.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good job, good job.
I probably could have worked out that was 4.5 though, without having to just say it was 4.
Yeah, you could. Well, regardless, we're going back into the game here, and after our brief hiatus for a bit of mathematics, we have Xenex on this last round force. They've got 4 pistols and Peggy on the rifle, as deserved. I'm sure you can agree. Oh no! Oh, he heard the dink as well. Jenko just hears Peggy get tagged down and repeats and goes for the spray. Takes down another as well, and the third. That's going to be Dancy's going down. It's all on Jakey and JT now, and not exactly the best performance of his life. Jakey is not going to be happy to be in this position. Yeah. That's
about
be
right,
so
really.
tilted at this
It's about
point.
right.
What was he watching though, to be fair?
I don't know. I'm just not going to question. I know that looks a lot better than it is because it's the last kill of the round, so it freeze frames the second the bullet hits, but it's always so nice to get those crisp headshots at the end of the round. Either way, 12-3. Pretty dominant to say the least, although there were a lot of... I feel like... I don't like saying the score is misleading, but it can be when you look at how well Neil has been playing. Like, it's just those sort of 1v1s. It's come down so many times. I think he's won 3 or 4 1v1s in this sort of matchup, and I know that that's a skill in itself. Like, obviously people saying, well, for example, Crims when he was at his best. Like, him clutching versus 2 players, it wasn't even impressive anymore. I think Get Right in his 1v2s is something like 60-odd%.
Device used to have the highest percentage at something like 74 or something stupid. Obviously no longer, but you know where during his prime time when Astralis were temporarily the best team in the world? Or I think they're under TSM, I think they're under second best, something like that. But either way, into the pistol, we have Pulse kicking things off. Darcy does return from that boost spot on the box, but he's eventually going to go down after only finding himself 1. FM have control of the site, but Shane, he wants to at least get back into this round. He gets himself 1, back into a 3-on-3. The aggression from Jenko not working out. But look at this position from Robin. I love this. No one's going to expect that, especially not JT.
Now though, Peggy will be able to refrag, so it is coming down to just 1. Windansky in a 1 versus 2, and Shaney will finish him off. Why is he baited? Oh, that's going to be the defuse, and it will be another round on the board at least for Xenex. Now, I actually wonder if FM would just go for this round. They have been so dominant that it would be sort of overdone, but we saw how they played the sort of second round in the last match where they just went for it. They're not actually going to do it. They're just going to play it safe.
There's no point. It's buy up in the third, win the game. That's it. That's all they need to do.
Oh, 5 rifles coming up.
Safe from Xenex, and that's because they're expecting it. They're expecting the second round buy, and if they go for a bunch of SMGs and they end up against 3 AKs...
It is polar opposite, isn't it? We saw 5 SMGs, or no, 4 SMGs and a Mag 7, sorry, coming up in the last.
5 best weapons in the game.
Yeah, and here we have 5 rifles, so clearly trying to claw this one back by just cleaning things up, playing it as safe as possible. Even with the 5 rifles, we know for a fact that in the next round they're going to have it coming back the other way, so even though it is just pistols in this one, it's still a pretty reasonable decision. I don't mind this at all.
The positive side is if they don't lose any players as well, which is looking likely, they will be able to keep these all into the next round, not having to waste money upgrading, be down on an SMG, which could be a bit of a handicap for the upcoming round. So yeah, it's good. They haven't even received a point of damage at this point, so it's going to be very, very nice for Xenex to at least bring into the next. And Robin is going to be alone in connector. I can't imagine he'll be pulling out too much with the players pretty much everywhere on the map. I mean, as I said, they've not lost anyone, so eventually he'll get hunted, and that'll be the round to Xenex. I like how they're not just pushing around searching for this kill, but I can imagine the player on short, Dancy, may be able to get him. Oh, make that Shaney's going to walk in, but Robin goes down, and that will be the round for Xenex. But can they continue into the buy? That's what we have to ask.
Yeah, this is where things, well, they go from being very, very easy to very, very difficult in a matter of seconds. They're going to have the rifles back on the other side. Of course, not that much utility behind it. But in fact, very, very little. So we'll see where that one smoke will actually be used. It does look like it's going to be a play onto the A site. A little bit of mid control coming out. And the fact is, the CTs are playing next to nothing. They have a player very passively on short. It does look like they're going to throw in a nade over towards B, but other than that, well, the push is already underway, and they have no idea that there's a player coming in from mid now, because they have no presence, although there comes Dancy. Timing is perfect. Shaney spraying down players. Windansky will be able to catch one as well, but look at the amount of damage already done. The T's, well, bomb plant is probably more than they expected after being shut down so heavily. Push will come out, and they don't even get it. Did he cancel it?
He cancelled it, expecting a player pushing for the CT, and then he stuck the
went
plant
back for it
again and died. All on Neil. I mean, he's a perfect player you want in this situation. You will be allowed to be guaranteed a bomb plant here if he wants to commit to it, but I don't know if I like this ballsy play. He's
playing a win.
The reason he's doing this, because if he fakes a plant and watches CT and a player peeks him, that player's going to kill him, 100%. There's no way he's going to hit the shot first. He's 7 HP, he's dead. So I do understand him backing off here, but still, it's going to be a very, very ballsy play. The only positive side is if they eventually expect this, they're going to have to split up. What?
Did you have a little slip there?
Yeah, a little slip. Thank you.
Oh, I wish we had webcams for that.
I just slipped my arm off the table. It wasn't that bad. But he's going to be gifted the B side. Xenex playing together, which is what I like. Safer play. Allow a bomb plant. It doesn't matter in the long term. All they need is a round, and having 2 players pushed together is going to be perfect. So they are ready for this one. They're expecting the A site, so that'll be a few seconds wasted. Oh god, are they going to realise this? Hello? Headsets? Yes, there we go. Finally they rotate. It's all on Neil now. He has to hold off the B site.
There is no way he should be able to do this. He's got 7 HP. They've got plenty of utility to play with. He's over towards bench, where as long as they don't just go blindly in, it should be absolutely fine. Although, I'm actually checking this position. They're going straight towards that bomb.
God.
I think they may be expecting it to be towards short. He's going to spray down the first, looking for the second through the smoke. Not quite going to be able to do it. Here's going to be JT coming in from behind. Go straight for the defuse. Why? Why would you go for that defuse? That's absolute insanity.
He had no time.
And Neil just clutched out. He had a kit. They both had kits.
Wasn't that much time left.
That is...
Even Jenko's putting a question mark in chat after that. He has no idea. I have no idea. Neil clutches it. FM are going to be on 13.
They can't kill him. They
Yeah.
just can't.
He's unstoppable.
7 HP versus 2 full HP players with
Open the
full
scoreboard.
utility.
He's 23-6. That is phenomenal. Someone picked this kid up.
They have. They're the best UK team.
I guess, but maybe American kids still
Yeah, you know, complexity. We're doing very, very well at that.
Nice meme. All on Neil again. Are we going to see deja vu, Tom? It's a 1 versus 2 situation. The funny thing is, actually, we've talked over this round expecting a whitewash, but Xenex, on just a pistol round with 1 armored player, have actually turned it into a 2v1. They've got themselves a rifle as well. JT won't be too far off grabbing a gun if he wants to at least push for it. They're actually going to rotate back towards A, which will be the wrong call. So already Neil pushing into the B site, throws over a flash. No, okay, he's going to back off. No, he's not going to back off. He's playing games with us now. We have no idea. But he's going to sneak his way into the site. Going to be the right call again. Xenex, I mean, it's a 50-50. You can't really know at this point. I'm glad they're playing together considering JT's...
I thought you meant the round percentage chance of win. I would go that it's 75%.
98%.
What, to Neil?
If he does the same thing as the previous round, I'll laugh. If he sits bench
He's
now...
gone. Oh, no. But he could actually... Yeah, he's going to go for the other.
This is
He's going to bait
amazing.
them in. Oh,
They're
this
gonna-
is smart.
They're going to check bench instantly when they see the bomb plant, but actually no, they
no,
won't.
he's
He'll be
gonna
able to catch up
catch
JT, and JT's not got armor as well. 1 bullet will be the death of him, and it is! Neil finds it. He has a Molotov for the bomb as well, and Darcy with no kit is going to have to hurry up and rush towards him. He will start to do so. But look at this. There's just no time left. He's just got nothing. He's got no utility. He's just going to tap the bomb. Neil doesn't even fall for it. He knows it's a fake. And Darcy's just going to back off and save. It's the 1v2 clutch again.
Meister.
It's the B site. Neil, he knows where he's destined to be here.
I've actually lost count. Is this like 7 rounds now? He's won his team like... Yeah, no, I agree. Clutch Xenio. This is absolutely ridiculous. I think he's won like maybe 6 or 7 rounds for his team just in 1v2s, 1v1s, whatever. Absolute star performance coming out. And wow, that's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you even say about that?
He's got 7 MVPs, so I'm just going to assume there's 7.
At
Although
least
actually no, 1 or 2 rounds he just won.
At least in that round I don't even blame Xenex. That was such a horrible situation. There's just nothing to do. So it's not exactly their fault for playing that wrong in any sense. They could have played it better, but we had the hindsight, so it's fair enough. Regardless, this round's actually going to go a little more in their favour, although Neil's still alive, so I'm not counting them out just yet. Robin's going to at least be getting a refire back on Jakey. Tag through the box on Peggy. Pete coming through. That's Neil dead. That's the round for Xenex. Everyone a big round of applause. It's going to be a 4 versus 2, and Windansky and Robin, they have to bring this one back.
Yeah, they're going to see if they can channel that in a Neil, and that peek from Peggy is just going to give them a way back into this round. Dancy coming in from behind should be able to help out his team, and Shaney will catch one with the AWP. It's down to Robin, and they will finish things off. It is scary how true it is that when Neil dies, so do FM.
Oh dear. Xenex, their last-ditch buy works out for them.
This shows how close it is. Just look at the money on FM. They're like, it's just ridiculous. It's so close overall.
It's because it's always these 1v1s that Neil's been put in. They are going to force up regardless, set up for what looks like maybe a contact B play or a fast B. They are pushing very aggressively and not even sneaking this one. As you can see, Xenex are going to be set up waiting for this an imminent push to come through. The pistols are going to be great at close ranges, but JT's not exactly going to be playing to their standards. He is holding back from that bin area, and we can already see the rotation from Darcy as he realises this is a B push. They have to hold this one down. Now FM, they are taking the fight. We have Windansky kicking it off. Pulse follows up as well. The bomb going to go down on the site if that Molotov doesn't flame out one of the players. And finally, Shaney comes back in with a pistol. He secures himself one, but Peggy on short going to be able to pincer another. Robin gets dropped, and now it's a 3v3 with FM. They still have the time on their favour. They just have to hold off, and they just don't have to peek.
It's fine. Neil's dead.
Round 1 for Xenex.
It's over. And we're going to see the rotation coming in. They'll catch one. Pulse actually does manage to get another, so maybe there's some potential here. Shaney getting him pretty low, but at the same time, he's taking a lot of damage himself. The positioning as well from the T side isn't bad. Windansky, he has the dig, but the bomb is not planted for him.
Why?
And well, they're going to be able to defuse this bomb.
Stupid round from FM. No need to peek. You had a player towards the back of the site. Just had to hold, wait for them to get closer. You could even move yourself over towards bench or car. And so many options there, but instead he just takes every single fight he can, peeking out with a pistol against a rifle, or I guess against a deagle, but what can you do? Either way, no need to peek for FM. Bit of a wasted round. Windansky was forced to kind of take a bit of a fight there, as he was alone in apps. But
And the bomb wasn't planted.
if he ran towards the back of apps, he could have waited a few more seconds, but I doubt he would have been able to run out the whole time.
Especially when they realise where the bomb's planted. Oh, that second shot from Shaney is going to catch a couple of players already. We are seeing a similar sort of setup as they move their way over towards the apps position. JT just trying to spam away, throw down the Molotov. Neil going to go running through it. Not going to catch anything this round, but Pulse will be able to get one more. Now, if they get a bomb plant, this is probably more than they would have expected, especially from this position, but Dancy should be able to slow them down enough that the rest of the team come in and it will, in fact, finish off the job himself. So 14-8. Definitely not out of the question, but now we see the T's getting a buyback on the board. Pulse with the AWP. Actually going to drop it over to Neil. And we will now see pretty much a full buy on the board. Pulse looking like he's going to have to drop head armor, which is a little bit problematic versus the M4, but it pretty much means they're on an equal playing field.
Yep, but Shaney again in middle. Maybe he'll be able to wreak havoc if we see some aggression towards short. But FM just pushing one player behind the boxes. That's Robin. Spots him out. Shaney still double zoom though. Could be perfect. He peeks the wrong angle though. He expects Shaney to be looking at his position. He's not. He gave away a free kill, obviously unknowingly there. But still, that was so close to an entry for, I guess you could say, for the FM side. But regardless, I don't think it's too much of an issue for the time being. The only issue is obviously Xenex have a lot of utility in their bank, so they are going to be more than prepared to deal with this one. And the aggressive positions towards ramp as well on A are going to be very unexpected. When Dansky smokes out the window, they start to push towards short. This is going to be a full commitment, it seems, and Darcy is going to actually be holding the back lines from that box.
Yeah, just looking to see this push all the way round, and well,
What?
oh,
Missed how that
going to
happened.
be able to catch him off Dancy. We'll trade one back in return, so not too much of a problem just yet, but it's still going to be the T's with a big advantage.
Peggy, though, pushing into the T-spawn, may get caught out from Chenko. He's going to jump into it and drops the bomb as well. At least Pulse wreaks a bit more havoc over on the CT spawn, takes down the next as JT will fall, and it is going to be a 1 versus 3 left as Peggy is alone. He did pull out the ace earlier, but this time he's stuck in a real deficit. The bomb is down in his favour, but he doesn't seem to be committing towards it. Getting aggressive. That Windansky not expecting that first kill coming out, and now he's got to follow up. He needs another, oh no, ace. He needs another 4K for this one here, as he is just going to be stuck, waiting for some peaks. But they grab the bomb, and I imagine they're going to back off towards the T-spawn. There's not much time. They have to chase this one down. Peggy's realised that he's running away. He's doing the perfect job here, pushing himself back into the A site. Going to just be able to get out of their grasp, and the round will be going to Xenex here. That's perfect. Oh, playing games.
Oh,
what a massive
he let that
kill.
very, very close. Can he take down Neil as well? That's going to be the money of Neil. Screwed. 750 while the rest of his team are on 3K plus.
Dear, oh dear. Especially blowing up that AWP as well, as he really does not have anything. And it is going to be a 14-9 now, so at least Xenex have an avenue back into the round. And I mean, FM investing a little bit into this one. They have a few pistols, they have a bit of armor on Robin, but that's going to be it.
We are going to wait to see this push coming in. The T's don't have too much to play with here, but it does look like they're about to hit this A site.
Yeah, probably just walking into a full spray down, I can imagine, with 2 players in position. We have Jakey and Peggy. But let's see how it goes out. Straight away, they don't even have the smokes down. They're just continuing this aggression. It is going to go the way of the CT side, although Pulse has found himself 1 kill. Shaney gets the refrag. He's going to be able to follow up with a couple as well. It's all on Windansky. Ordered and removed. Dancy to find that one. And Xenex, 10 rounds on the board. I mean, it's not over yet. We've kind of looked into this game like, oh yeah, another round for Xenex, you know, whatever. Eventually FM will win. Now I'm not so sure. That's 5 in a row.
Yeah, I think, well, once you remove the sort of position of, okay, Neil's no longer clutching, I think that's where things sort of fall apart a little bit now, and you have to wonder if they can actually do the same thing on the T side. 5 rounds in a row. It is a CT-sided map, so Not overly surprised to see this, but at the same time, it is a complete turn of events at the moment. We are looking to see what can go in this round. Neil definitely gone a little bit quiet in the last few. Shaney's going to catch Robin as he tries to cross the smoke, but did actually fall just seconds later.
Man advantage for the Xenex side is definitely another round starting off in their favour that they would really like, and we are going to see an attempt to refrag here. Jakey with an aggressive position, going to get caught out, but Shaney once again, he refrags. This is 2 so far. He's going to be able to hold off towards this ramp as well as Jenko gets fully whited, so he's not going to be able to enter. Finally re-peeks back onto the stairs. That's Peggy going down. JT comes in with a rotation to drop another mid player, and Shaney follows up again, but still, it is all going to be on Neil, and I don't count him out despite 25 HP. However, Shaney, he goes absolutely massive. 4 kills in that round, and while it wasn't a clutch, I appreciate the spray. FM, though, they are going to have a little bit more money to work with. However, Quasi will come through, it seems. Maybe, I mean, they can invest more than this. They've got max loss bonus. They can go down to 2k, so yeah, they are going to buy up into this. Not fully, obviously, just pistols, but they are going to at least attempt to win this one with just the close range weapons.
Yeah, but it is starting to get down to that sort of crunch time situation after we sort of joked for the last few rounds. It has been 6 in a row. Looking at this push now coming onto the site. Yeah, it's going to be first. Throwing in quite a lot of nades actually, and well, CT side, they're just waiting, playing this patiently. They're throwing out counter nades, but it will be Neil to entry onto the site. Already one. They've got some players close, but would Jakey be able to find a frag? Yes, but only one. And that's not going to be enough, really. Now the rotation comes in with Dancy. Almost finds Pulse, but it is still going to be the 3v4 in favour of the T side.
Shaney playing over towards a different position this time has really impacted them. Without his support from CT Sport, the bomb's going to go down for FM, and the retake is on, but they really just don't need to beat. The Molotov going to force out Robin. He does go for a fight, but he gets shot in the face. Jenko as well, really unnecessary. You can see one by one they're going to get picked off. No need to take these fights here, and it's all going to be on Pulse. Takes himself one, but that will be it. Again, another round thrown away here from FM as they just take every single fight they can get. They've still got the confidence from winning the first map and obviously having a great first half, but it doesn't seem to be succeeding into the second as the rounds just get tighter and tighter, closer together. There's only 2 more needed till Xenex are going to bring this back to an equal scoreline. I mean, we said earlier, oh, they're not going to be able to pick up 8 rounds. Sorry,
well, I think the scariest prospect at the moment is not only the fact that only 2 rounds have come in for this FM side on the T side. I think that's scary in itself, but also the fact that Shaney has just broken through 30 kills. He's hit 31 and 18 now, so definitely stepping up massively on this CT side. Orc has been one of the differences overall, and if he continues, well, it needs to be somebody else stepping up, because Neil, well, he can clutch out 2 rounds, the 2 rounds they've won in 1v1s, but it doesn't matter if they lose the game.
This time a fast aggressive push towards short may work out in their favour. They haven't tried this very much yet. Dancer are going to be able to hold off the first. You see JT as well, but still no trades on this D side. How have they not pincered some of these players? Like Dancy, they know exactly where he is, but they've not caught him yet. He's just going to be able to peek out again. They should be aware of this position. They just let him get away with another kill. At least a couple of refrags go back in the way of the T side. But with Xenex now with a man advantage, Dancy knows exactly what to do, and that is not peek. Allow your teammates to distract, and as soon as they start throwing nades in and start showing a bit of their face, and you can at least have some impact. But the bomb going to go down. So FM, this is where they do need to take the fights. They've got the long-range weapons. They can take these long-range engagements, but when Dansky doesn't clear the angle, Dansky takes him down. Pulse attempts to refrag, and he will do so. Jakey's coming in from the apartment, so he's going to be aware of that. However, there is a player also going out of market. Shaney with a pistol. Run and gun style going to work out for Xenex. A 13th round on the board, and Tom, bit by bit.
This is getting scary now. That's slightly ridiculous, in fact. 8 rounds in a row for the Xenex side. And it's looking like they're starting to throw this away. FM, well, maybe the tilt factor will come into play. If they get a round, then of course they've got themselves to overtime as a minimum, but at the same time, this is not the way this was supposed to go. After such a good first half, we're now waiting to see if the comeback is on.
May well truly be there already here. Xenex could be able to 1-1 this best of 2, but a bit of aggression towards ramp to start the round. Could go well, could not. It's Jakey, not typically the mad fragger here for Xenex. Will just get shot in the face. Shaney does return. That's some key aggression there. Really nice play from him to put it back into a 4v4, but FM going to be cornered off. Can't push in.
No.
When Dansky's going to be flashed, he's going to be forced into the corner as well, where he gets burnt down. And now a crispy looking FM are going to be walking in very tagged up to this A site.
Yeah, it will be Neil, Trying to push back in position. Jenko, oh, he's now going to be burning as well. So much flame damage done in this round, but he will catch one in return. Peggy quick to trade, so it is still the man advantage for the CT side. And, well, he's going to grab another one as well. Robin, well, you have 3 players to try and find. He gets the first. That's a nice start. One coming in from behind, but he's going very aggressively looking at this angle, and he does realize that if he's not careful, JT will push in.
Oh,
there's the head. He can see it, grabs one more. Is it going to happen again? JT will save it for Xenex, and we are going 14-14. The comeback continues 9 rounds in a row. And after, what was a 12-3 half, we're now looking at 14-14 as we see more coming back the way of Xenex.
Do you want to know the funny thing? Earlier we were talking about how Neil was 23 and 6. He's now 27 and 15. He's had 9 deaths and 4 kills. This is what happens when your mad fragger that you were depending on to win the game stops performing.
Or Matt Clutcher mainly.
Yeah,
just,
Neil
he wasn't dying.
He's really kind of tuned down, and I'm not blaming him in any means. The rounds, you know, you can't depend on one player to win you the game. It should be a joint effort, and FM, I don't want to say they're not making it a joint effort, but pretty much all the rounds so far have been on the back of Neil, and now suddenly that he's not performing.
Yeah, now suddenly it's Shaney and Peggy.
Yeah.
They're the ones stepping up, the 2 players that have definitely had some very impactful frags across the board, and, well, FM are all but 2 rounds from throwing this away.
Jakey has 5 kills and 24 deaths.
Yeah, no, that's scary.
Has 33 kills and 19 deaths. That is a carry.
I actually noticed that moments ago, but I didn't want to just savage.
No, it's not even a savage. It's just having a bad game, but still, look at that incredible carry. He has almost 7 times the amount of kills.
That is true. That is true. Well, can you tell me exactly how many times?
No,
you
I'm not doing
can't.
that. You do it and then tell me. But look at this push onto the A side. Jakey finally stepping up, holding down the first kill. He has to double down though if he wants to make it worth his while. He won't. Windansky and Jenko finding themselves some entry frags, and the bomb going down as well. Very open farm. What is Robbie doing? He's just sitting in the window. He gets shot in the back from JT on the rotation, and Shaney at least dunking one onto Windansky. It's back into a 2-on-3. The smoke holding off the positions held by these last 2 players, and the nades coming in as well. Xenex are looking right for this retake.
Yeah, both players in the same positions, not going to help them out anymore, but Neil, he will find one, looking for a little bit more. Dancy is going to peek in, last player so very low, but it is Neil once again, looking for the headshot, finds it, going for more, gets Neil! It as well! This guy just can't stop. He has a little bit of a break, a little bit of a hiatus from the board, and comes back and clutches a huge 1 versus 3, massive round, and FM hit 15 after what should have been a 10th round in a row for Xenex.
I am speechless. And look at the money left on the CT side. If they lose 16-14, you can't help but feel for them. This could just very well be it. Let's see how it goes for them. They are going to have some utility, not the most amount that they could really be hoping for. Obviously, this is looking good for FM, but I'm not going to make any predictions at this point. It could go either way. As much as I feel like FM could be working off the confidence from that previous round to pick up another. However, overtime is always a possibility as well. And let's see it. FM, they've got their setup this time. It's a little more, I guess, diligent than the previous ones. They got 2 players towards ramp. We got the mid split coming in as well. Very heavy on middle. You typically don't have 3 players pushing into the connector. You may have 1 Palace and 2 coming in through connector at max. But if it works, then it works. Let's see though. Shaney, make it more. No, Neil. What a key entry, takes him down. And Pulse pushing himself out of the ramp, going to distract Peggy. Oh, he misses a shot, still follows up, dink onto Jakey through the wall, but he's not going to land the kill. Finally, they come out, and it will be a 4 versus 1. Xenex, they've grumbled.
Yeah, now we need somebody a little bit different to try and clutch this one out. Dancy has definitely had a hugely improved second half, but this is a different story altogether. And not only that, but one of the 3 left alive, a man that when he's in 1v3 basically counts as 4 players. Neil, he's going to be alive and kicking 8 MVPs. I don't normally focus on MVPs, but that's a little bit ridiculous. Either way, Dancy is going to be trying to pull this one off. He pushes in, manages to find nothing, and that's going to be it. Pulse will finish off this game, and I cannot believe that is what we've just witnessed.